Hey, this is Bobby from the Gooncast. This week, the Goons are talking about the UFC. Jon Jones, who's he fighting next? So tell us what you think in the comments. Like this video and subscribe for more Gooncast videos every single week.
Who is it?
UFC, we heard a lot of stories. There were a lot of
Well,
rumors.
there's one legit story and one random rumor you read that's obviously false.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Start with the real.
Yeah.
The rumor is that there's supposed to be a heavyweight title fight in March, what they say, between Stipe
They're trying
and
to set it up.
Francis Ngannou.
Ngannou. Francis
Yeah.
Ngannou. Pretty much the rumor is these two guys are going to fight for the heavyweight title in the spring. Then in the summer, Jon Jones will fight the winner of that fight for the heavyweight title. Jon Jones' first heavyweight fight.
So if Ngannou Stipe happens, the winner are probably going to fight Jon Jones. Probably, right?
Who do you think wins that fight?
Stipe.
Yeah, probably go with Stipe
Wait,
right now.
Which question are
Stipe
you
beat
asking?
him already.
Which fight are you
The
asking about?
first
Well,
fight.
the first fight. That fight has
Yeah,
happened
Stipe.
first. Yeah, I'd probably go Stipe too.
But it could go either way. I think he definitely beat
Freak
Jones
though.
too. I mean, Jones hasn't fought a heavyweight yet.
Yeah, it hasn't fought in a while now too. I still like Jones though for either of those fights. I think
Yeah, it's hard to bet against him.
Bones
But I think it'll probably be the toughest fight of his career. So
tougher than DC.
yeah, I mean, considering he has to go up to heavyweight and all
He
that
did beat a
jazz.
heavyweight in DC.
Yeah, but yeah, they weren't fighting a heavyweight. It's a little different.
Yeah, it's different. And we'll see. I hope it all happens. Sounds fun. Sounds like what the heavyweight division could need. That'll make it. That'd be really entertaining. At least they gotta have that Ngannou.
Best case scenario
versus
for the
Stipe fight.
division, yeah. It's definitely uncharted territory for Jon Jones.
That's what I was going to ask. Has Jones ever gone up and fought heavyweights like this before? No?
I mean, he's fought DC, who's the heavyweight champion.
He just has the
He beat
size
him.
for it, and he's beaten basically every guy who he's had to at light heavyweight.
Maybe in a championship round too, with it going longer. I think he's probably more the athlete and can outlast him.
True.
Well, Stipe,
Take it to decision.
I don't
Stipe's
think
not
he'll tie
just
out
some big
Stipe.
dude. There are a lot of big,
Definitely
slow
not.
Stipe's
fuckers.
a smaller
That's a division.
heavyweight too.
Yeah, Stipe, definitely one of the guys who could probably keep up with cardio, if any of them.
It is an
Ngannou
interesting
was,
matchup.
Yeah, these fights would be great. Hopefully, it all happens.
I don't know. Maybe Jones does have an advantage, but if Stipe could just catch him, knock him out.
I think he is the advantage.
No, he
I
definitely
think,
can. I think he definitely can catch him. I think
Stipe could easily be the favorite.
Could
It's hard to
definitely
say
go either
until
way.
we see them all fight. Stipe it might not be Stipe. It might be Ngannou. Ngannou might be
Like-
even better.
Yeah, well, if
see
Stipe wins his cut, or it's tough to go against the defending champion in his own weight class. Even how are you?
Yeah.
Think Jones is
Just
favorite?
going up a weight class in general makes it a pretty big challenge for Jones, regardless of him being one of the greatest fighters. Especially going to heavyweight, where knockouts are, obviously the higher you go, you fight a lot of heavyweight knockouts happen. He's knocked guys out, but he's obviously way more likely to get knocked out fighting a heavyweight than he probably ever has. Most of his fights to his career.
Yeah.
So it's dangerous. It's a big risk for him, but he doesn't have a lot to do with light heavyweight. The heavyweight division is not stacked. He's got to be top 5 of the division easy right now, or close to it. And if he's getting a title fight, that's definitely a smart move for him. Take that fight.
Then the other rumor.
Oh yeah, the other rumor. I
The
mean,
other rumor
that could happen.
was that he was fighting Adesanya in the super fight. I think people want that, and I don't blame them. I'd like to
Oh,
see both. If they
I
could
want
just
all of this. Yeah, but
get him
is
out
he-
there, though.
what's
I
the
think with
deal?
that fight is they could wait for it.
Is Adesanya going up? What's the deal?
Let Adesanya go up a little bit and get more of a name for himself to make the biggest fight possible. Kind of seems like the way to go.
Well, you don't want Adesanya to get. What if he loses in 2 years?
Well, that's the thing. They both have to stay where they are.
Yeah, it's
That's
tough.
the risk in MMA.
That's why they book it if they can.
I think probably maybe
That's
it
probably the biggest
happens.
fight they can do, honestly.
But
Right.
that's the thing. Jon Jones can really go
Conor
one
fight.
way or another. If either he wants to move up and go to heavyweight, or if he wants to stay. So
Think Conor could ever move up to one of these weight classes?
heavyweight.
I'm going up.
going
Conor
up.
just got insanely jacked. Like,
Way too big.
oh,
He started fighting
heavyweight.
heavyweight. He beat a couple
That-
cans.
That's what I want to say.
The match, though, you're right, is probably better to say because if Jones does go and he beats Stipe, then you could do a champion versus champion.
Oh yeah, I mean there. Let Jones become more of a badass. Let them both become more of a badass because they're both starting to become bigger. I think Jones going heavyweight, make him bigger. I think Adesanya keeping it up and making him bigger because I think he's becoming more and more of a starving fight.
Yeah, I like that. Champion versus champion set up in a few years.
And so,
Is there a way to do it? Winner takes all the gold? Or is that just WWE?
no, unfortunately not, because
You can't
it's all
because they
about
have to
weight
be
classes.
fighting in the division. Yeah.
It'd have to be like if two guys from different companies were to fight.
It
Maybe.
also makes
Yeah.
sense too because Jones could then come down, not risk a heavyweight belt if he wins all these fights. Fight Adesanya with really no risk of losing the title.
Well, there's risk.
Yeah, there's risk of losing, but he's not going to lose the title. It's the same
Yeah.
thing though, honestly.
It's interesting.
Almost.
I wonder where they'll go.
Who is it?